This documentary was 2 years in the making. Every trip that I've taken across the globe always had a theme akin to a movie or a documentary. Now I turn my attention to the ultimate prize, the land of the rising sun. So of course it dawned upon me that Japan in 2017 is in an uncertain decade. The bubble, or the miracle as they call it, from the 70s, 80s and 90s had suddenly crashed, and Japan found itself in a time in which their growth was stagnated. Animes have come and gone, movies have come and gone, but one thing that Japan continues to do is produce food, technology and weirdos. Join me on a journey of a lifetime where I look at the funny, the wild, the enjoyable and the totally weird side of Japan at its rawest. No apologies, no honorifics. Travel can be one of the most enjoyable things in life, and yet can be one of the most stressful. I found this out through my experience by going through airports, passport control, and of course hopping on and off planes. The daily stresses of the rat race in my beloved home of Dubai often leave me yearning for escape once again into the big wide world. Travel in its pleasant form can often feel quite euphoric. The trouble is I'm scared of flying. It started with a really bad experience that I encountered on a turbulent flight in the Bay of Bengal. Nevertheless, I'm sure you will quote every pilot's banter about turbulence isn't dangerous and flying is perfectly safe. Well, let's just say I have an overactive mind.
Almost time to land. They're just finishing all the service up. And then inshallah we're going to land in Osaka.
Well, made it to my destination, Ben Tencho Station. Of course, me being the tourist, I get out my camera and start to record videos because I couldn't hold myself from recording that epic moment when a train arrives at the station. And I must admit, very cheesy music is played to welcome its arrival. Well, then again, maybe it's there to liven up the passengers' mundane wait for their train to arrive. Do you know, Japan will always surprise you. At this point, we exited the station like a cutscene of a computer game. Even though we were using GPS, we couldn't quite get a sense of direction.
Head southwest. Turn left.
Turn left, this way. This way, turn. She said turn left, this way. Amazing.
Well, let's just say Japanese are always ready to help anyone that's lost. A girl appeared from nowhere and offered to take us to our hotel. We could not refuse, we happily accepted.
Okay.
That's gotta be like the most amazing view ever. It's no joke about the view. In fact, the hotel truly sells itself as having the best view of Osaka. Can't say they're wrong though. Well, I wouldn't want to bore you with random commentary, so let's start with a quick recap. Do you remember the name of this documentary? Well, it's called Food, Technology, and Weirdos. So of course it would be quite redundant of me not to go through my list of weird things. But weird things doesn't sound right, so we shall call them Weirdos. Yay! So, Weirdo number 1, toilet instructions. So one of the funniest things about Japan is toilet etiquette. Such attention to detail that the most unhygienic of toilet users would not miss out. Now, if we were to consider the current situation you see me in, which is obvious, it says here, sit on the seat to operate the knob. I'm not sure which knob they were talking about. Well, this is Japan, where things are cute, weird, and just cannot be explained. I don't know if they got the memo on this one, but if you were to look, this would appear to you as a normal ironing board. But think again. Feast your eyes on this little boy. Now, due to my curious mind, and if I could speak Japanese, I would have asked these people, is this ironing board for toddlers or dwarfs? Even more so, I wonder how they would have responded.
Girl, あと少しだけと祈るのに夢の終わりは儚くて思い募るまた胸に残るよいからヒマライ of light 日のかるかなた会えない夜数えて空に浮かべながら星に見たことない満点の Love Oh baby Never gonna let you down.
Well, at least one thing. The ticket machines are in English, so I know how to make my way, but the problem is I don't know how to make my way, so it's going to be a trouble. Hard challenge. If you suddenly feel like you're going to absolutely puke up your guts over the train tracks, think again. You might be forced to clean it up. Ew. What makes me laugh about the things I've seen in Japan, they will say things that no warning signs say, such as don't vomit on the tracks even if you feel nauseous. Okay. Alternative place to vomit? At the feet of a police officer? Hi! But to make matters worse, smartphone addiction is a killer. So if you clumsy people suddenly drop your smartphone on the tracks, then don't go after it. It's not worth it. I mean, it doesn't stop there. Ah, danger! Woko smartphone! The Japanese have good intentions. At least they're trying. Somewhat. Very proactive people. Hai! Ikimashou. I will say one thing about Japan. You'll always do touristy things, whether you like it or not. And at this point, we decided to take the long march to the castle. But not without noticing and encountering something interesting and something weirdly... I must admit, I hadn't seen something as retro as that for a very, very long time. Can you imagine having a teacher who's wearing a pink retro jumpsuit? You wouldn't know what to think if you saw the photo years later. Oh well. That's the end of the first episode. Oh, Japan. Food, technology, and